Important part of cooking is making.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing.
A dash of frosting! A burst of flavor!
Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song! Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Busted. Cha! Ha! Ha!
Shower me with praise! A little amuse-bouche! The pinnacle of excellence! Yeah.
Let the world come alive! Things are about to get dicey.
Hey,
Quietly now.
what's going on? Evelyn the murder maid. If you keep saying stuff like that, it's gonna get to my head. Best Genshin streamer there is. Nothing much, just trying to figure out what to spend my trailblaze. Whoa, what? That's Honkai Star Rail terminology right here. Ah. I don't know what happened to me. Somehow I fucked up my left arm. So my shoulders. My shoulders hurt. And then I have an event I need to go to. Later on.
A dash of frosting.
Man, these guys could stun lock you real good.
Echo in song.
A burst of flavor.
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over. Ha, cha.
Kind of giving my ankle net walk a look, and it gave me some advice. Sorry to hear that, dude. Hope your shoulder recovers fast. Yeah, it just came out to fucking nowhere, man. I don't think I slept on it. Awkward. No, it's acting up. But yeah, post your anchor. Were you somebody able to like beat the Memory of Chaos in the end game before you decided to take a break? Let's go again.
Let the world come alive.
The pinnacle
I would
of
say I
excellence.
really love this girl.
Show no fear.
Things
What's
are
her
about to
name?
get dicey.
Escoffier.
Quiet now. Ta. Ta, ta.
Like freeze is now a thing. Like I don't think any enemy was any character allowed for you to freeze so easily as she does. Too bad I can't get any fucking good artifacts from this domain. On the right goddamn set. Like I've gotten nothing locked. Like all the artifacts I got today were from this garbage set that I don't want. All of them. So fucking horrible. Oh man, my shoulders hurt. The starter hurting out of nowhere. So I'm just burn through my dailies real quick. Then I go back to Genshin to do their event. Was 3.0. Oh, you did 3.0? No, I'm struggling in the second half. What you mean you're struggling in the second half? Maybe you're struggling in the first half, huh? As well. Yeah. Hula is not big. An issue. This is my ratio team. Let's see. Imagine using a free character from 2 years ago. Let's still try to clear endgame today. That makes sense. Why are you struggling? Right now I'm over here opening up some pistachios. Let's see what's going on here. But yeah, Star Rail is one of those games where characters just can't keep up. and get left behind, such as a doctor ratio, unless you have like a super invested harmony characters, like a E1 S1 Robin. Oh, Zenith Zone Zero is here now? I didn't know that. I thought ZZZ had his own thing. Ratio. Okay. F2P Robin, that makes sense. You have the Herta. You met the slave. But yeah. So the first side is the wolf. Oh, don't you use this her against the wolf? No, not the wolf. The thing. Do you have a tribute? Cause you could go. You need to level up your Robin. You tell me you've been beating the end game with a level 70 Robin this entire time? Cause I would have won. I know you use second side. Second side is the Hule, right? But none of your characters here are particularly good against Hule. And you say Hule isn't the issue, but she's. Because the character, you need to level up your talents. Because what I use for the first half is the Herta with Herta. Although Robin is not the best. But that boss is really just about breaking aside things, the things he summons. And everyone you break, take with a good chunk of his HP. My god, man. You're a bit of fucking geared. Oh, you have a mixed set? I was about to say, wait a minute. Look at this, huh? You're fucking better this than I do. But yeah, you refuse to level up your characters fully. I understand you haven't played in a while. But that's very important, huh? The first side is Hule, which is the side you said you're okay with. And the second side is the Flame Reaver. Plus the Flame Reaver, the Herta, and her younger self.
Do you want to enter the Forgotten?
Are really good at them. Taking on them. Flame Reaver. Well, it's really all about breaking the smallest things he summons. So if I were you, I would have went. Cause I'm pretty sure you're not using the Herta against Hule. I would have went. This is my second team. The Herta Adventurine. Small Herta. Robin. Yeah. Because this is the end game. You need as much points as possible. So wait. I'm confused. So you say the doctor ratio is the issue, but you say doctor ratio is in the first side. And he's doing fine. Oh, you said doctor ratio is fine. Oh. I'm so used to doctor ratio being the issue. My brain just like processed that information as yeah, doctor ratio needs to go. I see. What other healers do you have then? So the thing with her, the Herta, she wants somebody that could do AoE. And even then, you have Sunday. You have Sunday. I don't know how the energy situation will be tricky with him though. You have the Watcher too. You have low Watcher. Yeah, this team is gonna be tricky. Although she doesn't do as much attacks as, say, something like what's her name? Yeah. Because it makes Lord just so adventuring so much better. And Triby is that Triby
Please stay tuned. Firefly type 4
does a lot of attacks after a character casts a burst, which pretty much allows for the Herta to keep getting her stack, getting her burst back as fast as possible. But I assume what's her name should be his name. Sunday should be good. So you could go like Sunday, the two Hertas. Because I find young Herta to be really good. But then again, I actually have artifacts, which you don't.
My friends?
So their small Herta has decent gear. And my big Herta has her. Lycon. So everything else about their builds will be similar. Other than the fact that I form artifacts every day.
Stay away.
Let the show begin. My friends? Indulge yourselves!
All will be swept away by the wind.
Set the seas ablaze.
Are my sustainers.
Fight to live.
Let's improvise.
Set the seas ablaze.
Eternal.
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin. Detonate.
Until everything
Turns to ashes.
Time to mix things up. My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Well, let's see it on the second side.
recalibrating.
Little catch up.
Set the seas ablaze. Fight to live.
All will be swept away by the
Take
wind.
2 cycles on auto. That's not good.
Set the seas ablaze.
Fire flop.
Trouble ahead. Proceed. I'm with
Shall be
Yeah, I'll use Sunday instead of Robin here.
upgrade configured.
Yeah, the first half there was an issue because these fuckers are not weak to ice. But it's whatever.
nothing may bloom.
The dead return!
Expand your thinking.
Beast mode. Lucky he went after that enemy.
Stars echo. Welcome
Receive divinity.
to Open Sesame. Time to twirl.
Yeah.
Endless riddles.
I have her Lycon, so she gets back a skill point after she casts her burst.
Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown. Time to twirl. This big diamond.
But yeah, I'd say definitely build your Sunday, bro. You definitely, I will go with Sunday. A 134 speed Sunday. Yeah, well, that's fine. So you have the Herta into Sunday. And then you have... so Herta goes, Sunday goes, and then Herta goes again from Sunday's advanced turn. And then you have a ideally or just an adventuring, but damn. He's on the first side.
Hello? For real?
Welcome, Riri. In less than 3 minutes, the air in this elevator will no longer be breathable.
Is there roads?
What is this?
Your interview. You'll suffocate and die unless you break into the device on the floor, where you'll find a gas mask. Good luck.
Screw this.
I heard Riri Williams was a genius. So you in or out? Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness. You are not
Take a while. Yeah, 5 cycles probably the issue as well.
First genius at MIT. How come you're not working at one of those fancy tech firms?
After my internship abroad, I want to build something undeniable, something
important.
iconic.
It's a brand new.
I can give you the tools to help you carry out your vision. But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done. What will you do, Riri?
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot.
You know nothing about this man.
You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
This is so much bigger than that.
This is wild. A shady bunker.
My bunker's not shady. Would a shady bunker have that on the wall?
It's literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning those.
It's a doctor ratio, so shit. So it took 2 turns for the first side, and this side took 4 turns. So yeah, the team I recommend is not good. Because I have a bit more. What am I doing? Why did I exit that? That team is not good. At least not an auto. Maybe if I played manually, but even then, accounting for your less stats that you have, the fact that I got to 4 cycles means you just won't clear. Yeah. HP inflation is real. The content is getting harder. And the Herta was just not an insane character. Like, you have characters in ZZZ who are like Miyabi, who could just clear content by herself. And then you have characters like the Herta, who were just, I'm gonna be frank, a mid character. Frankly, all the characters in HSR without their meta teams are mid. And no one's gonna really make a huge difference. On their own, unlike say Genshin Impact, who would have like a new Volette make a huge difference on your account. I really know my week. I fall into that. I'm a weak as a solo 5-star, and the content in Genshin isn't getting super hard, where it's becoming that much more difficult to clear. Unlike, say, something like HSR, because HP inflation is real, and the enemies require specific strategies. Yeah, the only one who could clear that side is freaking the Herta. And that side requires you to have a sustain that continuously. Basically, you want the other two characters. You want the Erudition character and you want the Herta. And you want two other characters that are continuously able to do AoE attacks. He only does AoE attacks when he is casting his burst. She does AoE attack every time an enemy does their ult. So the Herta synergizes perfectly well. So every time somebody casts their ult, she does the AoE attack. And that's how you fill up Herta's burst gauge. Maybe Sunday could make a difference, and that's the only thing I could imagine. If you go for a Sunday. And then you have Adventurine, who does AoE attacks every time he hits that 7 stacks. He does a major follow-up. So both Triby and Adventurine do follow-up attacks that do Atora AoE in nature, which helps Herta build their burst gauge real fast. And when you try to use somebody like Loach and Robin, it just doesn't work out. So the only recommendation I could give is really try Sunday the Herta and try your best. Ideally, I would have used small Herta. Your best other Erudition character. Yeah. Well, you have the Herta. That's a version 3 character. And the major difference could have made your account is like a Triby or a AoE healer. Maybe Gallagher is good. You have Gallagher? I think Gallagher might be decent. Or they could keep your team alive though. That's going to be a different issue. Because he does have his massive swipe. But even then, and then you Quid Pro Quo gives them the ability to refund energy to your other characters every time it's his go. So what do I want to farm today? Ideally speaking, I would like a better this, I would like a better that. Like for him. We'll simply invest even hard. I don't know about that one. If anything, I'll say give up on Dr. Ratio. Get like a Nox, he's hot. And Nox is very attractive. Like Ratio is old news. Oh god. I don't know what to farm. I wasted so much resources leveling talents because I want to do them as fast as possible. And now my talents are decently leveled and I am just like, oh well, what now? Because the one thing that like who I want to improve on is her. I would like to get a better this piece for her because I've tried so much times and I keep failing to get a decent piece for her. And I like to get a better, well, the boots are not the best, but they at least roll 3 times into crit damage. And then this only rolled twice into crit rate, so... So ideally I want a better orb and I want a better this. With the Hertha though... Like, that's fine. This is garbage, but whatever. This is also garbage, but whatever. This is also garbage, but whatever. Hands up. So the only characters on my account that are relevant is Castoris, the Herta, and Firefly, but my Firefly is pretty much min-maxed. I can't really get any better in my Firefly. I want my doctor to be usable. I don't know, man. Sometimes just gotta let it go. Move on, as the kids say. Come on, adventure. I'm over here saying Anoxa is attractive, man. You see, if you saw the story, he's very compelling character. He's good at APOC. He allows you to free up your adventuring. Didn't they have an event for him just recently that gave a free Lycone? Like, I still think the event is going on, right? Yeah, it's the Star World event. Or are you more of a Phenon type of character? Like, if you're getting one of the new male characters, Anoxa or Phenon, I can understand. Because the Phenon is also really strong. But that's a month and a half away. Because he's not coming next patch. He's coming to patch after the next patch. So yeah. And then the character that they're giving away for the patch that he comes out is Archer. So you get the free 5-star male character. Quantum. I'm already minus 50. Oh, you see you're pulling? You've been trying to pull? Okay. But yeah, this is one of those moments where it's just like things are getting harder in the game. I'm pulling. Oh, you're pulling for Dr. Rishi's like, oh, okay. Oh man, you doubling down on an old ass character? No. There's already a character called, what's her name? Fei Xiao. Is it Fei Xiao? That's the power creep version of Dr. Ratio. And she's having somewhat of a hard time clearing the newest content. Ideally speaking, I could get to better one of these. This is pretty much perfect. This is what I'm looking to improve in this. And that. I could also try to get his talents slightly higher. Cause he has this thing right here, memo. Which would go from 83 equal to 86% of the max health for every 10 energy. I don't know if this makes a difference. I don't think it does. I like Men Lemon. I've made it pretty plenty clear. But yeah, that's why we recommend it. Anoxa, Finan, Archer. Like, there's so many characters that are men that are better. There's literally one in the banner right now you could have been wishing for. Instead of going for a Lycone, you could have went for Anoxa. You could have went for Saves for Finan. You could have had two. I know it's just that. There's also Archer, who's gonna be given for free. There's so many men coming up, huh? And you decided to go for a light cone, man. I thought you said you like men. Seem more like you like light cones more than you like men. That's my issue. That's the math. That's not math. And you always prioritize a man. Never prioritize a light cone, man. It's a picture of a man. You want the sexy dudes, huh? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, God forbid you, man. You can't be playing the game like that. You don't pull for old shit. Only pull for new shit. That's not how HSR works. You pull for the newest thing. You have 3 men. You're essentially skipping because you're getting doctor ratios like on. Well, not 3. You're getting this one for free. The one in the middle. You're getting the orchard for free. But he's just a doctor ratio where you're going to release him, give him for free, but he's also going to be in banner. So you could also get his Lycone and his constellations. Whatever you're passing up on. 2 other sexy men. It's a shame. A genuine shame.
Bringing the situation on Occitan under control and
yeah, so you're getting that the orchard dude for free.
The IPC has a
He's the doctor ratio of this year. But they give doctor ratio free last time. They're giving you that archer character free this time. So what do I do? Do I really want to improve her? Can I really improve her? Cause to get this chest piece, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. And then me trying to get better this is also kind of sketchy. The patch up to next patch. The next patch is what? The 3.3. So it'll be 3.4. So basically a month. How long is this patch? So in 2 months. In 2 months, you'll be getting that guy for free. In 2 freaking months. Who do I want to invest in today? Alright, so the characters I care for about are Ascasteries and the Hertha. When it comes to traces, whatever, I don't really care. I guess I farm orchard traces. I might use them, I don't know. I don't want to keep farming shit like this, I don't know. It's like I'm struggling to clear it. I did struggle to clear the second side though.
Do you want to enter the forgotten?
I did struggle to clear the second side. Now you're making me wanna. I don't know. You should have already switched your pull 2 years ago. Whatever that means. No, it doesn't matter. I'm only 35 pulls on character banner. Just have to be patient, young grasshopper. Like the boots are all garbage. This is also garbage. I wish I could change this. But the effect res is pretty much mandatory. Oh, I didn't even have enough effect res. Oh god. Oh shit, I do need this. And these boots don't have enough effect. Oh, this one does. Okay. I do need the effect res. What else can I do to pass time? So what's the difference between these boots? 5.8 and 5.1. Okay. With effect rest. Should I form this though? Haven't done APOC yet. You know who's really good for APOC? Anaxa. Anaxa is really good for APOC. And you're skipping him. You're skipping the best APOC character. How do you sleep at night? Genuine question. How do you sleep? How do you lay your eyes to rest? Okay, Firefly is not really good, huh? Yeah, Firefly is really not good against Sule. She's pretty much fire flop now.
Nice.
I could genuinely say Firefly's kind of a bad character. I hate to admit it, but whatever. I need some relics anyway. You know what? I think they're going to release new resources. What's it called again? Where is it? They're going to release new resources for characters. So I want to be careful about pre-farming stuff. No. No, they're still using the same old stuff. There's a destruction. There's 2 destruction characters coming up, and
Lady Treeby, please stay close.
You commit ratio? What? Commit to ratio? No. You're already committing to ratio. That's not a real threat. You're already doubling down on a mistake. Like, you gotta move on, man. Dr. Ratio is so 2023. That's when he came out, right?
Riding the west wind, away we go!
No, it came out 2024.
Bloom.
It was released in 2024. That's crazy. And here I thought it was 2023. I thought this was Honkai Star Rail's 2nd anniversary. But then again, he was for the 1st anniversary, so I guess it makes sense. The timeline does match up. He was close to the 1st anniversary. So it's been slightly more than a year.
Receive divinity.
As you wish.
So right now, since I have nothing to really farm, which is kind of crazy when I think about it, because I was spamming resources like crazy. Like, once you get a character, I just get to that mindset that I need to level them up really fast, get your perfect gear as fast as possible, and then after that I have nothing left to do.
As you wish. Embrace a new life.
Have you seen Hugo? Wait a minute. Have you seen the newest? I didn't watch it myself. But since you're a appreciator of men, maybe you could give me your opinion on all the stuff that you're doing for this guy.
I can't miss this.
The captain's already here.
Sorry, I'm running behind. Another emergency meeting? Oh man, I can't miss this.
The captain's already here.
Sorry, I'm running behind.
Listen up. We're about to discuss our person of interest. I need everyone focused. Our target this time is the leader of Mockingbird, the infamous Phantom Thieves Syndicate. Cunning and unpredictable, they often infiltrate high society gatherings with disguises. Make a flashy exit, like he's rubbing it in our faces. One time, we finally had him cornered, backed him into a dead end.
After him! Freeze!
But the bastard found the perfect moment, smashed through a window, and jumped straight into a hollow. The guy's a lunatic.
Farewell, my friends. I shall return. Treasure doesn't shine brightest, lies do. By the covenant of darkness, I shall steal your light. Your anger is like a dull blade. Can't even cut my shadows. Before chasing the storm, one ought to learn to dance with the dust.
Okay.
But today will be the end of Mockingbird. This is his next mark. If we use it as bait... Huh? It's empty. What the... Damn it!
They're already in here?
How is this any different from regular thievery?
Don't you just love the look on their faces?
It's too flashy.
Relax. Your dirty little secrets are about to come to light. Soon you'll be on your knees begging me for mercy, hypocrites. Thanks for the entertainment. See you all in the next act.
Hugo. Kind of hard to tell some of the saints though. Like when he was fighting this thing.
Your anger is like a dull blade. Can't even cut my shadows. Before chasing the storm, one ought to learn to dance with the dust.
Really hard to tell that scene, what was going on right here. And then you have this thing right here.
Feels like it's kicking in.
It's all because of your gray eyes. It's all your fault.
I'll give you my thoughts in a second.
Mon démon intérieur ne me laisse aucun répit. Les paroles malveillantes laissent des cicatrices profondes qui restent ouvertes. Que puis-je y faire?
Oh, so the entire family was vampires. The uncle doesn't look like a vampire though. But I guess the father was? Or I don't know. Maybe the father only loved to fuck up vampire Therians.
Noblesse et misère, serait-ce de la chance? Quel sera mon choix entre le chemin d'épines et celui de rose et au lancer?
I remember the doctor right there.
Je céderai ou je
Isn't that broken? The heart?
lancer de cette pièce.
The original design for the doctor.
Résiste si je ne suis que la marionnette.
What am I doing?
Alors que je ne suis pas fautif, noblesse et misère, serait-ce de la chance? Quel sera mon choix entre le chemin d'épines et celui
Like this right here. But the mask is really, I don't know if you saw the original design for the doctor. When he showed up in the comics. Wasn't wearing his visors, was showing his eyes. And he had this mask.
rose et au lancer de cette pièce, je céderai ou je résisterai. Si je ne suis que la marionnette de mon destin, quel est mon rôle dans cet
And that's Poppy. Poppy, whatever his name is. They put a lot of effort into this, but the problem is not a lot of people. Still amazing, but he's actually a black person. Like, he's not gonna be playable, he's dead, but it is weird to see a genuine black person inside of a Hoya game. I guess Arlen's black, but he's also garbage. In Honkai Star Rail, the literally the worst character.
Now I know you never changed.
Quel sera mon choix entre le chemin d'épines et celui de rose et au lancer de cette pièce?
Ooh, he's killing them? To be controlled by revenge. But yeah, ZZZ doesn't attract a lot of gay and hetero women, so this doesn't have that much views compared to something that would be dedicated to a waifu. Even though Yuga is very much made for those type of people. Look at this, look at that. Bound shirt opened, showing off his pecs. This moment reminds me of Naruto, when he hugged his dark half. But yeah, that's ZZZ for you.
Do not worry.
So what happened? You want to come back to ZZZ now? You're saying to yourself, oh no, I made a mistake? I didn't know there was so much hot man.
Root here.
Receive divinity. Repay.
Riding the west wind, away we go! Embrace a new life.
What the hell? My what is playing right now? I thought it was like an official song, but it turns out it's something from ZZZ. I have to say, ZZZ has some really banger music. Hugo. Too bad ZZZ is too much of a gooner game to have a large female audience that would want to pursue a Yuga type character. Guess I have to wait 2 years for Evelyn's opinion. Or maybe they don't. They're just trying to figure out a way to just write hot. Or they want to be more eloquent with how they say it. And I can understand. We all want to come off more, or at least less gooner than we really are. So we use words that still portray the same point, but in a less goonery way. And I also can understand that. We try to deny who we are. And in doing so, we reject ourselves. But sometimes it's just best to keep those kind of things buried deep in the depths of our heart. And only between us and our internet provider shall know our deepest, darkest desires. So where am I with the energy? Okay, so I'm almost capped. Let me just go spend this stuff on stuff. Let me just get my regularly scheduled garbage. Wait a minute, is Hugo out?
I see it. Huh? I'm unstoppable. Huh? My blade.
Is it you, goat? Wow. Wow.
I'll join your melody. Yes, you're done. No room for mercy. There's no time to lose. No room for mercy.
Oh, I never saw that before. Like you can see the bullet casings flying out when the screen slow down. That was really cool.
The morning air is like a soothing melody, truly unforgettable. The Genshin brings is truly remarkable. Leaving so soon.
All right. Did you miss the second one I was watching? Where he was all bounded up and tied up. Did you miss the second one? Like he's supposed to be in banner today. I watched the entire first video and first 20 seconds of the second. Damn. Because I was saying before how they made this character to bait the male enjoyers, but because of all the gooning stuff, you know, ZZZ, it scared away that audience. So there's just not a lot of husband that enjoys the community. And it's a Hoya game, so the husbanders aren't even the best. Which is a shame, because while this guy is like a decent, he's still like a ice DPS, and we already have a OP ice DPS. And his kit is kind of like restrictive in how he's able to deal damage. We're not for the Goonin. This guy would be Jesus Christ of Yao amongst all of the ZZZ, at least. Man. Yowie. Some kinky stuff right here. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to take some pills. Some vitamin D and some B12. I don't know if you heard of P. Diddy, but he's been caught up in some legal issues, and you're talking about testimonies at his court trials. Now, one of the ladies that he was fucking with testified what kind of kinky shit he was up to. So he would basically have the girls go and so he has his girl, and he would have her, or you will watch her get fucked by another dude, and then the another dude would come on his girl. Cool, right? And then he would have his girl and him go to a different room where she would wipe off the cum that dude, the other dude has cummed on her, and rub it on his nipples. And I was like, what the fuck? That is some kinky ass shit, man. Like, no judgment, like, that's his thing. But it's just fascinating how what seemed like a straight man don't want other dudes' cums rub on his nipples. I'm like they always saying this guy's actually gay, but it turns out maybe he is. I don't know. It seemed like he's bi at least, huh? You're seeing worse? Okay, my bad. Well, you thought? Forgot I was talking to Captain Gay over here. Baby stuff, I guess. Over here. Let's see. That's just a Tuesday for Evelyn, I guess. It's another day, nothing special about that. But yeah, for my Christian mind, or former Christian at least, mind that's completely revolutionary ideas when it comes to like kinkiness. I thought I got like a That's some next level kinkiness. Some might say a little bit too kinky. But Reddit was pretty much like, what the fuck? Reddit was stunned. Let's get back to Genshin so I can just finish up the event. But yeah, ZZZ has an event, Wuwa has an event. I guess I have content, but I prioritize Genshin. I grew up in Tumblr and 4chan. Gotta has left my soul a while ago. 4chan, oh man, I like it. Like, I didn't even fuck with 4chan. I have never touched a 4chan in my life. Probably because of my, like, because everything I hear about 4chan my entire life is just, they're racist. And as a black person, that's probably not the best for me. Probably not the best place for me, somebody like myself. Yeah, so someone like myself is not very welcome there. So I just have to stay in my own lane, right? Go over there to start calling me boy and cotton picker. Not that they don't already get that on Twitch. Where were we? What the fuck am I supposed? Yes, the event, and my ping is going crazy. Guess I might as well chill out and relax. While I get comfortable. As well as raining where I live, and I do use Wi-Fi to stream, so that's probably why my ping is going so crazy. Where is she? Oh, there she is. All the way out here, out in the boondocks. She voiced? I doubt that. I don't think she's voiced her.
Delighted to hear that you've been enjoying yourself, but
the guy who groomed Justin Bieber, I think well, he was cool with Justin Bieber, but I know Usher had a bigger influence on the Biebs. That P did it. And then you also have that shit where because I think the way it went was that Usher, when he was starting, went to P. Diddy. And then Usher was like, I would see some insane shit when I was growing up. Like, Usher talked about it too.
A change of pace should stop your mind from wandering.
Wait, Traveler? Paimon? You two are here as well?
And then I guess the Biebs maybe was still in that environment. The Usher pretty much stayed clear of that environment. But the fucked up thing about Usher, he seemed like he caught like every fucking disease. under the sun. Like he has gonorrhea, I think he has herpes.
Sounds good! Getting Lenny to cheer up and visit the amusement park's surely our greatest success yet!
Arena. Usher, baby. So where is everyone after? Dea's now voice, so let's get Dea's sexy ass out the way. I wish this was like a normal thing where we get to go on adventures with Beto. And well, the reason why I said Beto is because Dea reminds me so much of Beto. But the fact that Genshin doesn't have any ship battles is such a shame.
You're so quick, Dia!
Like you get to go fight on the open seas with Beto. Like Genshin should 100% copy that. And have open sea battles.
It's a deal.
My ping is garbage. So where is Siegeween? Are you voice, young lady? No, she's not.
Hey, Siegeween! Welcome to the Cheval Marin. Oh, your encouragement leaves Paimon feeling even more motivated than ever.
A Dom and Cherry.
But now they've got films to watch. Even the ones who used to cause trouble might settle down a bit, right? We have our very own animal-themed area, by the way. We call it Mellow Manor. Customers are calling it the most relaxing place in the park.
But yeah, Siegeween is so cute.
Oh, you mean we could invite Siegeween to be a consultant at Mellow Manor? Now that you mention it, that sounds like a great idea!
But she's also the nurse of the Fortress of Mercury. Like, Siegeween is literally one of the most busy characters
Looking after animals should be a piece of cake!
in all of Genshin.
Like someone who gives advice and tells the park staff how to do their jobs better. The workload won't be too heavy.
It doesn't even make any sense. Like, Sejuin
Be playing with the animals.
was already a consultant in her own story quest because they're asking her about beauty products. So it's kind of weird for her not to know what the consultant is. When she was literally the person they consulted for like perfumes and shit. And skincare.
With Sejuin on board, Mellow Manor's gonna be even better than before. Paimon.
So what are we doing with this revenue, Paimon? It's like we're pocketing the cash. Where is Lenny and Lynette? There you are.
Thanks for inviting me to come down, you two. I must say, I feel like a new man after visiting the park and seeing all those adorable animals. Seems like Lynette has her eye on some great potential animal assistants, too. Oh, and did you see those weird mushrooms? Can we take home a few of those as well?
That might not be possible. These fungi have been specially trained, you know? They're like the stunt actors of the elemental world. Are you sure about that? Paimon's pretty sure we've never seen a cat anywhere near as big and as soft as a fungus.
How long is the story quest? Very long. Like, this is very long. This is an extremely long story quest. Because basically it's a management event with some... Alright, so he has a lot of layers to it. It has characters that show up. It's a money management, and there's also a portion of it where you have to do an obstacle course. So it's a very demanding event. It's not for the faint of heart. So you get this, and you get all this stuff. So I've finished 2 of them. Oh, the HSR quests? Oh, I'm playing Genshin. How was I supposed to know? Which one? This is the funny thing is the HSR event is pretty much this as well. So it's very long. I think they probably sped it up because you have a lot more buffs to speed up the process. Because it's also similar to this one where you want to management, you have to manage stuff. So both of them are management theme events. Just have to manage a whole bunch of people. Is it this? No, it's not this. I'll be the management event in an hour. What? Oh, the main story? What? It's confusing me now. Sounds like I'm giving the wrong answer for the wrong thing. Okay. The story probably 3 hours. 3 hours. Why can't I level up? Oh, I could just go like this. I don't have to wait. So yeah, you're pretty much locked in for 3+ hours. That's not bad. Well, if it's the most recent one you're talking about, because each story event is like 6. Each story event is 3 hours. So if you haven't done 3.1, 3.2, then that's 6 hours. Is what I should say. And trust me, after you finish with the story quest, you're gonna be like, damn, streamer was right, huh? I should have gotten an Axa.
Forget health issues. Paimon wouldn't be surprised if she could actually chat with the animals once she's done reading.
Oh, wait, head nurse, please don't go. Phew, boy, am I glad I caught up with you. One of the inmates has become obsessed with those magical mouse munchies from the animated films you've been showing them.
The magical mouse munch?
3 days worth of welfare meals.
Still short. What? Well, whatever 3.0 was. Well, 3.0 was the main. You probably as long as 3.0. I won't lie to you. I don't know. I don't know how long 3.0 took you. But I feel like all the stories are around the same length for every patch.
Sijui sure has it tough. Not only does she have to worry about taking care of her patients, she also has to clean up after those troublemakers. Why don't we prepare something tasty for her? It might help lift her spirits.
Took me like 9 hours. Oh no. Oh no, not like that, huh? That was not the number I was expecting. Why is my ping so garbage? So have you seen Skirk? Is Skirk tempting you to return to the Genshin of the impacts? So you know what? Maybe streamer was right. Maybe Genshin isn't so bad after all. Hmm? You ever thought about that? When does Farina show up? I think I need business level. All attractions need to be 11. Now I have to do a mini game. Not even slightly? Man. You really know how to hurt someone's feelings? So you're playing the worst of the Hoyo games? That's what you're trying to tell me? You had a choice between Genshin Impact, ZZZ, and you chose Star Rail? What in the blasphemy is that? Seriously, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? Like, you don't fly high enough? Oh. There's abilities right there. I see. I never used the abilities, that's why I'm struggling. Oh, I'm supposed to get into the freaking boat? I'm like, what the fuck is this watery circle that I'm not pervy to? Imagine this. So in Honkai Star Rail, all that happens is you get the money management portion, but you don't get the this type of content. So you have to admit that when it comes to which event is better, Genshin event is better. You get these confettis, and you get to do the whole thing. Sure, my ping is garbage, but that's pretty much par for the course at this point. Serious, but this is the HSR event. Only difference is you get to do extra activities like interact with other characters in the real world, in the open world. Where is it? In HSR, you're gonna get them to show up in that little tab at the bottom of the screen, where they say like you get like a wall of text that you could read if you want to. And you also in Genshin, you get to do these little mini games on top of doing the whole business thing. So yeah, Genshin just took what HSR did and just made it 1,000 times better. Just give me the crack, the crack. Give me the crack, the currency to pull. That's quite a way to put it. So what happened with the ultra kill? Have you what's it, P rank? All the stuff.
And here's a special snack too. Hope it gets your strength back up. Is it because they aren't paying any attention when they're watching? Or is it some rebellious mentality? A whatever you tell me not to do, I'll do it just to prove you wrong type of thing?
That sounds like us when we're talking about Dr. Ratio and Axa. And you're like, I'm gonna keep using Dr. Ratio even though you keep saying Axa. Look at this. You didn't even get cute moments like this in HSR. Huh? You didn't get Balu showing up to your event in person. All you get is a little chibi version of Balu that shows up. Completely different. I'm currently replaying Ultra Kill on brutal difficulties. What? So you weren't even playing on the hardest difficulty? And here is giving you praise for being a god tier gamer. Here I was praising you for being a god. Wait a minute. Farina, why aren't you here? Oh, I need to get all the attractions to level. Oh no. I picked the wrong buff. Now I have to do another mini game. Great. It's a blast. They gave all the bosses more refined movesets. As I said, I do not care anymore. I just want my fentanyl. Crack, fentanyl, heroin. Well, this is addictive, huh? Oxycontin. What the fuck is this, huh? Hellscape, huh? I'm just losing HP like crazy. At least it doesn't send you back. That's one good thing, right? Oh, it wasn't that bad. It was quite fast. That's what she said, right? What the fuck? That was what I was aiming for. Is there somewhere I'm supposed to go? Did I still get hit by that? Yeah, I am getting hit. So me going invisible doesn't really do anything. No, I'm getting hit. They're like, what am I supposed to do here? There's fail. Wait a minute. What the fuck was that? That was a horrible event. Cause what I supposed to stand here and wait the entire time? They said find a way to get in. Well, and then when I try to find a way to get in, the game is like, oh yeah, we were joking. And this thing slowdown thing doesn't even help you. It doesn't. It doesn't do anything. I just forget about it too. Yeah, now I'm gonna try to learn the HSR way of doing things, where they have clear and concise rules. Cause like find a way to claim the treasure key. Instead, we're supposed to say to stand here and dodge the beams, which it does say. But the second half is what's confusing. And don't even bother using the buff, cause it doesn't do anything. Like, it's me slowing this down doesn't do anything. All it does is make everything take longer. I'm gonna go make some pepper bite. Alright, take care. Good luck on the pepper bites. Sure, you miss my suffering, but that's pretty much every day, so it's nothing really new. Pepper bites though, never heard of that. The bites of the pepper. Wish my ping wasn't so bad.
Why, hello there, traveler, Paimon. I sensed your enthusiasm from a mile off. You were so bright, I could have taken you for an opera singer in full falsetto.
Farina, you're finally here!
Thank you. I am just as thrilled to be here as you are to have me. More seriously, I'm not the star this time. That's you two, alongside all the creators sharing their passion for film with the world. Honestly, when I was first asked to approve the plans, I thought this would just be a small event. I never imagined that the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland would expand to this scale so quickly.
Yeah, thinking back to when we first arrived, it really has all come together in no time.
At this rate, who knows? Someday it could become as iconic as the Fontanalia Film Festival itself. And we have the two of you to credit for much of that. I've suggested to several renowned directors that we award you the title Pioneers of the Film Industry. In contrast to the Farina Award, which is more of a public honor, this title is a mark of true recognition from within the industry itself, a reflection of both outstanding achievement and hard work.
Wow, even you're getting serious now.
Come now, no need for any of that. Just relax and enjoy the moment. Speaking of which, I've actually been preparing a little survey. How about we randomly select some visitors to give us feedback about the park?
Did Paimon hear that right? Farina carrying out a customer satisfaction survey?
Well, given that it bears the name of my dear friend Surintendant Cheval Moran, isn't it only natural that I conduct a bit of research on her behalf? Besides, the more famous a star becomes, the more important it is to stay in touch with reality, no? Plus, it's amazing how much you learn just by listening to other people's take on films.
Paimon always assumed celebrities just get their assistants to handle everything for them. But it sounds like it's actually pretty hard work. Then again, maybe Farina's just an outlier.
Rena is just an outlier. Well, she has been alive for 500 years now, hasn't she? Guess I have a bunch of points, huh? Oh, could I hire more people? No, I cannot. Oh, she's able to leveled up. No wonder. More mini-game activities, let's go! Per bytes. Where is it? Isn't this Mondstadt the library? What we gotta do for this bullshit now? Like, if this was like co-op, it would have been so. Oh, we already did this before. This is an event we did before, way back in the days. The shelves moves. Well, what was this event for? It was for a Mondstadt event. Why are there so much coins? Why is this thing stalking me? Oh, so I need to collect all the coins before I get to move on? We should give unlimited stamina though. So, am I stuck here? Wrong direction. So when I'm about to run in front of one of the balloons, I'm supposed to go invisible. I think that's what they're trying to indicate. It's going to close, right? That is me versus one big baller freaking balloon. So why are you still chasing me? The fuck is that? So fucking chaotic, huh? Is it over? Will the door just stay open? Gracias. Grassy fucking ass. Yeah, but barber is Spanish too. So to bring up gracias. The man could cut. So one thing I can say for sure, the man can cut. He's quite the connoisseur. Look like I have to play all these fucking mini games now. Seriously? Management, time to mix and match, bitches. I like to do 5 pulls. 5 more pulls. So what is this thing? How's this gonna look, huh? Like, you want something that makes an L shape?
There we are, all set to go. Now, let's take a stroll nearby and randomly pick out some visitors to ask a few key questions.
These suggestions are surprisingly detailed. Choosing film prototypes, recreating the scene cutting process, budget management for costumes, makeup, and set design? Oh, Paimon's head is spinning. Why is everyone so professional? Also, nearly every single person we spoke to said they wanted to see Lady Farina perform. Your popularity is off the charts!
To tell you the truth, I've no plans to perform this time around. Any star worth their salt knows their role. When I take center stage, all the spotlights are on me, and rightly so. But as a guest, I should step back and let others shine. So instead of performing myself, I'd prefer to support you from behind the scenes. Perhaps as a consultant for one of your attractions, for instance?
Hey, that's right! Movie masterpieces is all about film expertise. There really would be no better candidate than you!
Oh, wonderful! Then I shall give this role my very heart and soul. Once I've had a moment to prepare, we can meet up for a slice of gâteau from my pâtissière suprême before we get started. Simply exquisite. As amazing as ever. Escoffier, have you ever considered starring in your own film?
I know she went to prison, right? Why didn't you help her, Farina?
A riveting tale about the art of extreme cooking. I'm sure it would be a hit.
As it happens, I'm already doing something similar. A brand consultant has been filming my training sessions with students and incorporating them into films about Fontanian cuisine.
Like right here, she has her accent. Not all the time, but right here, she has her the voice actors use isn't really as committed to a more Western type of accent. Well, a more American type accent, I should say. Because right here, you could hear it.
No. A documentary won't do. I'm talking about something with a bit more drama. Your experiences as a chef could be turned into a scintillating story. In fact, I'll even write it myself.
Before you finalize it, please let me review the culinary terms, especially when it comes to how ingredients are handled, the timings and the quantities.
Great! It's settled then. And actually, I think I'd like to bring in the Traveler and Paimon as directors. Something tells me that the three of you working together would really get the creative sparks flying. We could create something truly magical here.
No problem. That said, now that we've been granted Director Farina's approval, we'll really have to step up our game.
Excellent. I believe in you both. The gâteau was sublime as ever, Escoffier. Now, about time we got to work. I'll start drafting the script on the side, while serving as the consultant for movie masterpieces. Wish me luck!
Interesting.
Know of any new orchestral pieces? I like to swap out the background music in the kitchen once in a while. It's a great way to find new inspiration. Off to the freezer! Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song! A burst of flavor!
Silence! The tides beckon.
Nothing new there. What's all that commotion? Are they arguing in there? What's all that commotion? Nothing new there. The first few days of every month are all...
No way, bro!
Did he say he came from Natlan? No.
Get out of here!
What the hell? Why is it here?
I understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh no.
Is a job about to run into another Dragon Lord?
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again.
What are you even doing here, Ryasu?
One another.
He's a friend, yeah. A Saurian friend, let's say.
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner. Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Neuvillette.
For real?
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work. If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Neuvillette before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman...
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you!
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
Yeah, he repeats everything. He literally repeats the snitch.
He said, or rather, I suppose he meant, that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
What, at his feet?
Sure thing, bro!
This is all great and strange, but there really are a great pair of awesome sorry.
Let us return to the matter at hand.
I want Hajat to talk to Nicoletta.
Was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
The Dragon Lord.
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch! That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wriothesley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request, don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this guns lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
You miss me, bro?
He really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from? Huh. Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object. And, following on from our conversation just now, your drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kukuku.
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
All right then, we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
Where was Aja?
I know you mentioned a while back that people from Nadland would soon start showing up all over the world. But I hadn't expected anything like this.
It seems no matter where they come from, all dragons are inquisitive by nature.
You can say that again, bro!
The same might well be said for humankind. The real reason you chose to stay to investigate this case was your curiosity about
Guilty as charged. So, how about we take this opportunity to chat a little more? We've got the world's best translator on hand.
Sure thing, bro!
Sure thing, bro. But seriously though, why did Hajja not show up and be like, hey, Nuvolita, how about we kill Kanish so I could take his body? And we could reign as Dragon Lord bros for eternity. Ah. But instead, no Hajja. Interesting though, it's still weird that dragon, Zhongli is a dragon.
What's the situation? How bad is it?
But he doesn't seem like he's connected to the ancient dragons, which is weird, because he's a fucking dragon. And so is well, the Overlord, Osile, both of them, him and his wife are both dragons, whatever that means, wife. I'm waiting for his son to show up, or his daughter.
Maybe Kukuku just prefers high-rise living now.
Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in
Yo,
life.
man, Auron is just a weird dude.
For real now? Do you even
Like, he
hear
says the most
yourself,
weirdest
bro?
shit.
It's not that bad. Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kakuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Mermonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Why don't we have to sign anything?
No need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
Not just super nice, he's a fucking leader of Fontaine.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Yay! Problem solved! Alright, let's catch up another day.
So who's bringing guns into Fontaine? Similar situation with Mexico. In America, where Americans are bringing guns into Mexico. And then Mexico is exporting drugs to America. And then America blames Mexico for everything. So at the end of the day, it's kind of America's fault for all of it. Because you're the ones buying the drugs, and you're the ones supplying the guns. So a bunch of Mexicans just end up dead. Because of the situation. Mexico has like one gun store in the entire country. Almost all its guns, like the Mexican president, if it wasn't for the fact that America has so much wealth and influence, Mexico's president could have just been like Trump, where it said we need to secure the border. Because Americans are not bringing in their best, they're bringing in guns. They're buying all that, they're causing a lot of drugs to be trafficked through the country. Because they're the main customers.
It's been a few days. Ban on flying objects should be over by now. Let's head over to the Palais Mermonia to see how Kakuku's doing.
Is it the ban on flying objects? Like, why is that even a rule? They can't have flying objects in Fontaine. Like, those air balloons? Like... where's that job, man? John needs to talk to New Valette. Yeah, but I really don't like Kanich's new voice. But it's similar to Tainari's situation, where it's not like I hated Tainari, but I really also didn't really care for it. But I understand the situation.
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time?
So time?
Get out of here! Huh? Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress too.
Of course. Kakuku's not the only one that Mr. Risley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course...
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
So,
what are you cracking nuts for?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Net. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he
I
didn't
wish
look any
enemies in
different from your
Fontaine,
average
no,
Japanese
Natlin had
traveler.
a more
Perhaps seeing that they were
sophisticated
dressed as merchants,
weapons like that
this
gun.
man stopped for a chat.
Because for
inquiring where
them,
their goods
most of
were
their
headed,
weapons, there's
and
some
even
with the
asking if they
cannons
could
and
share a
stuff.
boat.
But then there's also, essentially just wanted more
The
variety,
smugglers were
enemy.
very cautious, though. But all this
Because they do
happened
have
before I
gadgets, they
crossed
do,
paths
but
with
they don't
them.
have any guns of that form.
I happened to notice them as they were preparing to
Is
set
it a
sail.
long range?
I
Natlin
thought they
character?
looked shady, so
Enemy?
I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine.
So this is how part 2 starts. But yeah, this is a long ass story quest. Was there even a main? Yes, there was a main. There was a main story. I just didn't do it because I'm saving it for in this more voice.
Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie.
But how do you even like
Supply
it?
and demand, kid. Supply and demand.
Are you gonna get
Natlin's
phlogiston?
foreign trade is just starting to
The
lift
power
off.
Fontaine Natlin weapons.
Market for it, you'll see.
That's
But
right.
the technology could be
Stop giving
replicated.
boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hands.
You know that also
On closer
describes it.
inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant.
Aoife.
Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist...
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Who goes there?
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we
Oh,
can't
no.
shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all...
That's right.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything
Oh
here.
man.
Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
What am I supposed to do here?
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security. So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now.
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passersby.
Yeah, Kanichi, you did great!
In other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear, oh dear!
Sounds like Mr. Kakuku wants to chime in?
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
It's a good observation, I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start...
Oh, I hate this fucking thing. I hate this. Alright, this is my worst fucking thing.
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is...
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched.
Huh? Oh, wow!
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Ooh! Wait! This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then... Since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so... Does that mean they... executed?
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rosula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
I ain't gonna lie, this is a little bit too long for me.
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new and timing-wise, it's about time we updated the book. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us.
So that's what you meant by rolling up their In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an addition.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work?
Is that really a major concern?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly...
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out. So I should
I wasn't aware that you had a pet. Speaking of pets...
Get out of here!
Yep, that's the plan.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall...
You're the best, bro! Oh, that really is good news! Traveler, should we bring Kukuku back?
I shall leave him in your capable hands. Indeed.
Alright, that's a lot of rambling.
If that proves inconvenient within the fortress of Meropide, perhaps you should...
That actually sounds like a... In the past, I always dismissed the idea of buying a property in the city. The prophecy about the floods meant it never seemed like a worthwhile investment.
This might be a good time for you to re-examine the documents I gave you regarding your title.
Huh?
Citizens with honorary titles are eligible for certain benefits when purchasing property in the court of Fontaine.
Alright, New Lights. What kind of quid pro quo is this bullshit?
How about this? You read through your documents from start to finish, while I write...
Well, we were playing Given Favorite. Doing favoritism. Well, then again, this is how the real world works, huh? But that's not, unfortunately. It's pretty much against the fucking law. I don't really know what the Fontaine law is.
How?
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Oh, nice done.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. You miss me, bro?
Cuckoo, you're free!
Ugh, not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, Gramps. And hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all.
Gramps?
Get it away! Get it away! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my...
If you've got the energy to argue this much, let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Poor How. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to discover that the suffering's just...
Eva, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail?
Nah.
Don't lose hope, How. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now, too.
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such
Anyway, thanks for looking after a How, guys.
Why you? Between the two, Kukuku wins the cuteness competition hands down. Really? Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
Interesting.
So now that our crew's back together again, what's our next move?
Where's Kanisha?
How about a game of rock?
No chance. If I lose, we'll end up stuck in the room watching films all over again.
Nope. This time, we'll only watch a film if I lose instead.
Had enough too, huh?
For real now?
Can we just ditch this whole leaving it all to chance thing?
Aren't we doing that already?
Don't know why you're laughing. You're stuck with paper.
Interesting. I ain't gonna lie, man. I guess this kind of event wasn't meant to be done in one sitting, and so I'm like, what the fuck? When does the yapping ends?
The lost and found notice is up! Maybe we should go hang around the Palais Mermonia to see if anyone shows up to claim it.
So when we first came here, everything was a mess. And he was arguing, but why would it be a mess? And why won't the job meet you, Valette?
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Ah, hello, you.
Have there been any development? Okay, well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely.
Special Patrol, open up!
Ah! Who's there? What's going on?
I don't think that's who this is.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes!
Chevry, oh.
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
What in the Tibet?
There's literally no aunts and grannies.
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned.
One of his owners. But, bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Knight?
Somehow I highly. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies.
What?
And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
I don't understand though, like Grant, all of this is the youngest looking middle-aged man? Why would you be middle-aged? He calls Gramps and Grannies, you'd be young?
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door-knocking etiquette?
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job!
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry to show the people
This guy's
inside
so
you
weird.
had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
So, Roran, you said...
Yeah, so...
What the fuck is going on? Like, he knew what we were doing here, right?
Oh, come on, bro. Auroran, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. All right then. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and
Did he
I
not know
were
about this
playing rock,
entire
paper,
thing, this
scissors.
entire time?
Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured when we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers. So he asked us to pretend to be the owners and...
Wow,
You
Orana?
didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia.
This man is running to some random dude
A Fontaine native?
and offered to
Yes,
help him?
At least I assume so. He looked like we were about to refuse.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroran, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kakuku are
keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
In that case, let's hurry over to work. Time to catch that con man and find out.
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon. You're...
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Would that be a...
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching and see...
If so, And picking Auroron to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroron to claim the item might not be fully in the know. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelette, will empty the box, give it to Auroron, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
Dude, you're walking around. Oh, well, then again, you look kind of sketchy yourself, huh?
Worth a try.
So I have to go undercover again, right?
Yeah.
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona.
Roger that. Over and out.
Okay. Auroron is a weird dude, man. Like, how did he end up like this? Oh, I get to play as a Rosty. What am I looking around
Sign
for?
of any suspicious individuals around here? Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
What I like about his bursts is that it comes by in 2 gloves.
Auroron's taking the elevator. I should take a different route to the plaza.
Where am I going? Oh, I can't teleport. That's good.
Nothing suspicious going on here either. Strange. Maybe we're overthinking this?
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking! Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control!
The heck are you on about?
Why is it like fiery?
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in that land, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku.
Now, how does Rielson not know if this guy's like been to the Fortress of Meripede before?
Kukuku, that'll do for now.
Because if you've been to the Fortress of Meripede, you will know what Rielson looks like, huh? To know something is fishy.
Auroron actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless?
Nah, that's just how he is.
Think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia...
So I got it, but I don't remember promising I'd hand it over.
Hey, this is like the Auroron that was teaming up with Capitano.
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
His life hangs in the balance?
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
Guys, like, what the fuck?
But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Enough. More than enough.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing.
Oh no,
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the...
No, I mean, yes, of course they...
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole
I suppose I only have I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be completely honest, if someone's selling, I'm buying. I don't care to ask where they sourced their goods. As for the seller of this particular item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right? Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed, but I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Feeling smug now, are
we? No, please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live. Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Fair. That makes sense. So, Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in those gangster films? Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the Fontanian Sea.
Shh, can it? Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case. A trip to the Opera Epiclese seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Okay.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to if we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself.
Oh, I see. I understand.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you, and... All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. As for you two... Protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro.
See, Mr. Kakuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. And out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut or we'll both be sleeping with... In that case, I understand completely.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest. Then it's settled. Thanks for your help. Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
It went smoothly, on the whole.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his
I'm
face
pretty much
yet,
just gonna end stream
seems
after
to have
this.
no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to. Or, I don't know. Maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been...
Be crazy if it's adventuring.
At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Morishose Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any... When that time comes, we will be relying on your...
We'll be waiting for the good news.
Alright, I'm just gonna take a break. I'm hungry, my controller's dead. Quite an eventful event. Wait a minute, that's just Act 2? Oh, this is a lot going on right now. So it's 11 days. Alright, I'll do the rest tomorrow. And that's it for me. So bye bye and have a great day.